At a media conference also attended by BSP major shareholder representatives from organizations such as Kumul Consolidated Holdings, Number One Super and Nest Fund, Mr. Fleming revealed a net profit after tax of 217.7 million kina for the first quarter of 2020, which is a 1.8% increase from the first quarter results of 2019. BSP, currently the largest bank in Papua New Guinea and a number of neighboring Pacific Island countries, experienced growth slightly in the face of the worldwide COVID-19 pandemic in quarter one of 2020. But the bank takes serious note that the full impact of COVID-19 on its customers did not emerge until April 2020. As a result of the Marape-led government's negotiations with the Bank of Papua New Guinea and commercial banks in the country during the initial stages of COVID-19 reaching PNG to provide relief for workers affected by the situation, the kina facility rate was altered in a way to allow commercial banks like BSP to reduce loan interest rates and allow for delayed repayment periods for up to 3 months.
The central bank reduced the kina facility rate, which is a signalling rate from a monetary policy perspective. There's no facilities provided by Bank of PNG to any commercial bank upon which the kina facility rate is based. So it's a signalling rate to all the commercial banks to reduce their interest rates. BSP reduced by 1%, therefore every variable interest rate product reduced by 1% on the 1st of April.
In the AGM results presentation, BSP has provided over 5,500 COVID-19 impacted customers with loan repayment deferrals. A huge majority of this was from personal loan customers. Recessionary economic predictions are being put in place for PNG after going through the COVID-19 crisis by external sources like the International Monetary Fund, Asian Development Bank and others, according to Mr. Fleming. GDP growth for PNG was predicted at 3% in the first quarter of 2020. However, it is now predicted at 0.3% by the end of 2020 as part of the impact of COVID-19 on PNG's economy.
If their projections of 0.3% are realised, then we would be in recession in December because you would have had negative growth in the June quarter, negative growth in September quarter.
Institute of National Affairs Executive Director Paul Barker spoke to MTV's Business PNG program recently, also highlighting significant impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic on PNG's economy.
Yes, well, the government had forecast a 3.3% GDP growth for this year, which was slightly above the population growth rate. Not strong, but it's better than zero. But then with this COVID coming in, it really pushed it down. And so government's forecasts are really for something pretty close to zero.
Danny Sorere, National MTV News.